All right, so it appeared to be a $10,000 reward to catch the arson who decided to destroy that Wendy's. Now, all over on Twitter, it's been appeared like a woman, a small petite white woman. She was dressed in all black, and it was protesters that were approaching the building that was around there, and that was like, okay, this is ridiculous on University Avenue, up for Rashard Brooks, okay, and. And he was slain by the police like hours later. This woman, they was filming him, and they was looking like, okay, we're not gonna fall for the okie doke that, okay, you got people that's not even from our community are doing these, destroying these buildings and blaming black people, which they have been doing since this whole George Floyd protest. They've been doing this for the longest time, and then they want to claim and sit behind and support Black Lives Matter and go into detail like, oh, okay, we're here for the cause, but then again, it's just like majority of the people want to do peaceful protests, and they understand that like this is our own community, our own people as African Americans that work in these particular establishments. They had nothing to do with that. Yes, we are angry, we want to tear some stuff up, but we're not going to tear our own stuff, our own community, maybe these precincts here. And what's really sad is that we had a lot of African Americans that work there. It looks like Atlanta's like a black utopia. And you got people that work there, man, that needed that job. It's temporary closed in this particular moment. Now, pretty sure the manager had to talk to them like, hey, you might have to relocate to another Wendy's or anything. I don't know, they got to file for unemployment. You got people felt that was very convenient for them transportation-wise. For them to go back and forth and go to work. Now, how are they going to feed their family? So when you have these people that's doing these stupid stuff, man, Keisha Lance Bottoms was the mayor of Atlanta, can really get to the bottom of this and really just make an example of these rioters. Because I feel like, yes, it is a huge issue. Yes, you want to defund the police department. You want to eliminate a lot of their financial resources that's going to back them up. So then, therefore, they can have the mindset like, okay, well, when I pull an individual over, even though I don't like them, I'm going to think twice before I actually utilize deadly force that can put me in jeopardy and my kids in jeopardy. So I completely understand that huge concept. But at the same time, though, these riders need to have some severe consequences, and the people that's doing this arsoning, because it's very sad, and the media is only going to film what they want you to see. And at the end of the day, this has been a huge spotlight of African Americans not receiving pure justice from the Justice Department, unfair treatment, law enforcement. It's so many things that goes on. And I already made a video about the Rashard Brooks. I believe the officers were justified in that particular session. He shouldn't resist, and you're grabbing a taser, you go ahead and point at the officer. That just shows that you had intent to shoot him and to hurt him. And he probably thought it was a gun because he was intoxicated. So the police officer had to do everything they can. This happened in a matter of seconds. And I mean, it's sad that the brother had to lose his life. It's a gray area. It's a messed up situation. I'm sad that he lost his life, but at the same time, we cannot put ourselves in these situations, man, for the cops to go ahead and utilize deadly force on us. With George Floyd, that's a completely different story. But let's just go in here, getting back into the topic. It's just really sad, man. I just really think the people who's doing that, I'm glad they filmed her, and people had, time after day to actually let's put our emotion aside, let's film what these people are doing, because they're doing this on purpose, man. And so they need to stop, because they're really distracting for what's really going on. They now really hurting us. They really hurting us, and they not projecting and trying to find out any solution to move the African American community forward. So I hope they find them. That's a big reward here. Maybe this can be a stepping stone of listen, if you want to get things done, we're not going to turn down our own communities. You're still going to be reliable for that, because you're messing with people's livelihoods. It's really getting sad, and it's crazy on so many levels. I mean, can you imagine just teenagers, or even someone that's a manager that's still trying to make something out of themselves, how they're going to pay their rent? They might get evicted because of this. They rely on their jobs there. Everybody doesn't have the luxury to start a business or have that necessary capital to make extra side income. Come on now. So it's just ridiculous. So if they can get that young lady, I feel like it's been surfaced all over the internet. She was wearing all black. That would be interesting. And 90% of the times, people that's doing that is not even from the community. So where these people come from? That's all I really had to say. You guys continue to like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.